Welcome to Cook and Chat with the Bellas. I am your host, Funke Bella, aka Mrs. Fabulous, one and only wife of MC Tunde Bella. If this is your first time here, welcome. And to all our returning viewers, thank you for stopping by. Today we're making vegetable Efo Riro with 4 different vegetables. Four different vegetables. The first thing I'm gonna show you in preparing this vegetable soup is how I prepare the vegetables. So the first vegetable, the one in the pink, is the one from my garden. I've already nicely sliced that. The next vegetable I'm preparing now is ugu. I bought ugu today, freshly bought from Wosi African store in Basildon. You can buy it from the Basildon store or you can buy it from their online store. And this ugu came so fresh, so juicy. I feel like they planted it yesterday and they plucked it today. It's that kind of fresh. So I'm now thinly slicing my ugu. You know how they thinly slice ugu in the market for you? I think you get the best from your ugu if you slice it really, really thinly. So I'm trying my best not to get my finger in it, but slicing it very, very, very thinly is the way to go with this ugu. So slice away your ugu. If you notice, I didn't pre-pluck the ugu before I started slicing. I just cut off the thick branch or the thick branches and then I began to slice very thinly. You do not have to go through that process of slicing, plucking off the leaves and then slicing just the leaves. I feel like some of the stem is also as good and nutritious, so why not keep the stem, some of the stem on, not the thick one, yeah. So cut the really thick bit of stem off and then start your slicing from where the stem is a little bit softer. I find you get more from your ugu like that. And why waste? So slice away my second ugu. I bought 2 ugu from the vegetables I bought from Wosi today. I'm going to freeze half and cook half today. So the vegetables from my garden, I'll split in 2. Vegetables from Wosi, the ugu, I cut it, slice it, wash it, split it in 2, and split the shoko also into, freeze one half and cook one half tonight. So this is my second ugu. I'm trying to slice as finely as possible and trying not to get my finger in it. If you see how I'm taking so much time to slice. So now I'm done with the ugu. This is the shoko. The shoko was also bought from Wosi, and you can see the leaves are so green. The leaves are so nice and so fresh. Cut the end off with all the sand and start to thinly slice your shoko. Gone are the days where you pluck your leaf off the branch off the stem. You don't really have to do that and waste so much goodness in the stalk of the vegetable. So I just cut off the thick bad end bit that has a lot of sand and it's too thick to chew on anyway, and then I start to slice, and you find that speeds up your process of preparing your fresh vegetables, so you don't have to pluck and then slice. You can slice it straight off the stem. This last bit of vegetable I'm showing you now is olugbu. Olugbu is bitter leaf and it's frozen bitter leaf. I bought it frozen, so I just defrosted it and I'm going to be adding it to my vegetable soup. As I said, we're using 4 vegetables, 4 different vegetables. The one in the pink bowl is the vegetables from my garden. They're spinach-like vegetables, and they're really nice, and they're very versatile. They grow throughout the winter and the summer all year round. And this middle one is shoko. Shoko was from Mosiwosi, freshly bought from Mosiwosi today. And this bad boy right here is ugu. Ugu, as we all know, is rich in iron, so you can use ugu to make all sorts of. In fact, you can squeeze ugu and drink the juice to top up your iron levels. Ugu is a rich source of fiber, iron, and all things nutritious for your belly, for your body, for your skin, for everything. So here are my 4 vegetables for my vegetable soup today. So come along with me as I show you how I'm gonna make vegetable soup very, very quickly. I have a quick method of making my vegetable soup. I'm gonna show you right now. Stay tuned. So for my vegetable soup, I'm going to lightly blend my peppers. I'm going to be using red bell peppers, which is tatashe, and scotch bonnet peppers, and onions. Those are the 3 things I'm going to need for my vegetable soup. I'm not using tomatoes for this soup, but feel free to use whatever you fancy. Okay, so I'm now going to start making my Efo Riro. And the first thing I'm going to put in my pot is some palm oil. I have no intentions of bleaching the oil. I'm just melting it because I'm not about to set the house on fire tonight. Once the oil is melted, I'll add my chopped up onions. Once the fragrance of the onions fill the kitchen, you know it's time to add your blended peppers. So lightly blended, not smooth like this. This next step is a personal preference. I don't like the texture of iru in my Efo Riro, so I would always blend my iru. After I've added the iru, the only other thing I'll add to this Efo Riro is salt. A little bit of salt. As a proper Yoruba girl, the iru is enough to fragrance and flavor my Efo Riro, so I don't need any other seasoning for it except for salt and a little bit of it. So I'm gonna leave that to simmer for 10 to 15 minutes and then we'll have a look. It's been about 15 minutes and it's time for me to have a look. I'm quite happy with the state of the sauce, so I'm going to add the next ingredient, and the next ingredient are the lives. So these are the lives that my Efo Riro will be having, and my Efo Riro will be having 6 lives. So the first one, Emi, is pomo. and I've cut it up nicely into this bite sizes. That's my pomo. Next is smoked turkey. We all know the flavor smoked turkey gives any dish. Smoked turkey goes in. Next is cow foot. Up next is goat foot. Then lungs, fuku. And then shaki goes in last. Because all these proteins are already cooked, I'm not gonna leave them in for a very long time. I don't want them to go all soggy inside. So I'm just gonna toss it all together and bring it up to boil. Once it's bubbling, I'm going to add my vegetables and we're done. Simple, quick and easy. So I'll cover it, leave it to bring it to boil, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So it's been about 5 minutes and it's now time to add my vegetables. So at some point, check your sauce, your base, check everything for seasoning, for salt and for spice, depending on how you like it. Just check that you're happy with the seasoning. The first vegetable I'm going to add is this olubu. This is bitter leaf, but it's sweet bitter leaf. It's not bitter leaf, and it comes frozen. So I'm gonna go in with that. Frozen, I defrosted it, and that goes in first. Regardless of whether I use fresh or frozen vegetables, I always use olubu, and I feel like that's from my grandmother. My grandmother would always cook with ewuro, and ewuro is bitter leaf. So this next one is vegetable from my garden, nicely sliced up. That goes in. Remember, we're using 4 different types of vegetables for this Efo Riro today. You can use frozen, you can use fresh, you can use anything you like. Vegetable from your garden, vegetable from the shop, from Sainsbury's, from Wosi, anything you like. Seriously, you can do whatever you like. Next one is my ugu. Ugu is pumpkin leaf, and this ugu was freshly bought today, freshly cut by myself. I bought it from Wosi African food store. You can buy your ugu online from Wosi, or you can go to their store to buy it. I actually went to their store today to buy it. So freshly bought and sliced today. And the last vegetable is shoko. This shoko was also freshly bought from Wosi today, and I cut it, washed it, and it goes in. All my vegetables are going in now. I'm gonna gently and thoroughly mix it to combine. As I'm mixing this Efo Riro, are you already thinking about what you're going to eat with this Efo Riro, or would you suggest to me exactly what I should eat with this vegetable? Should I have it with rice? Should I have it with eba? Should I have it with amala? Semo in your oh my goodness. Or shall I have it with eko, like my grandmother would have it? Today I'm remembering my grandmother. I don't understand why. Maybe on a day like this she would have made me squeeze the ewuro. Me and my sisters and my cousins, we would have prepared the ewuro for her. But there you go. So I'll combine it thoroughly and leave it to just to do its thing, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's ready. I think I'm gonna have eba. It's looking like a eba kind of efo. It's not looking like rice at all. It's looking like eba. But I'll let you know. It's been about 10 minutes that the Efo Riro has been boiling, so we're gonna have a look. Okay, it looks like we are ready. Our Efo Riro is ready. I decided it's looking like it deserves eba, so I'm going to make eba. Just put in the comment section what you're gonna have your Efo Riro with. Anyway, thank you for watching today. I'll see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, please don't forget subscribe, like, comment, share, and have fun cooking and eating. Bye.